are we ready for pins?
Ooh, yeah. I've been all around the world, every city, every place. Always been a restless girl, but now there's a wind of change. I've never ever felt this way. Longing for you, pick up the phone. Catching a flight, I'm coming home. Back to the place I've always known. Home, home. Seeing you soon, I gotta run. We're gonna have a lot of fun and spending this summer alone.
I have been waiting a week and a half to show these to you. So these are the pins that I picked off the boards at the Fairy Tales Epcot pin event. So if you're not familiar, what happens is each person takes in 2 traders. You stand in line for a really long time and you go up to the board. You have 60 seconds, like they have their stopwatch, to pick 2 pins that you want to trade. So they take your pins and then you have that 60 seconds. The boards are huge and you have to pick which 2 pins you want. Now, many of the pins are artist proof. So I actually got quite a few of those, and they're just, they're always going to be better than what you put up there, obviously. This year was a little different. I didn't get quite as many that I was thrilled about as I did the year before. There was a lot of duplicates on the boards, like throughout both days. But either way, I did get some really, really wonderful pins, and it is time to show you guys. Now, something a little bit different is I got Best in Show, which is something they didn't have before. 100 people got to be Best in Show. I'm not going to go into everything of how it was different and the benefits I got from it, other than the fact that I got 2 extra tabs a day to go on a special board that only the 100 Best in Show could go to and get pins off of. And those pins were supposed to be a tad bit better than the pins on the regular boards, which the first day they were, but unfortunately they ran out of those really great pins, and they were basically pulling pins from the other boards on the second day. So basically we just had a shorter line is what it boiled down to. But anyway, I'm just going to start showing you. They're not in a particular order, so I'm just going with it. All right, first pin is, got this, is the 55th anniversary of the Sword and the Stone. This is not an older pin or anything. It was just that I didn't have it. And by the way, I did wear my readers on the board, which was like really sad. I didn't have to do that last year, but I had to this year so I could actually see the pins. So this one is, let's check it out. This is an AP. It's a limited edition of 2000. So I'm going to show you the front of the pin first. And then I'm going to show you the tiny, tiny AP on the back that lets you know. So I'm just, because my finger's going to get in the way. It is in, is it reversed on there? Well, it's on this side, the very lower corner of that Disney pin trading logo. You should see a tiny, tiny AP. If you cannot see it, there are some other pins that have a much larger AP that you will be able to see. This one is, oh, had to get because it is Chip 'n Dale. Mr. Mouse Diva and I both adore Chip 'n Dale. This is 2014 and it is the Grand Californian. And it is a limited edition of 1200. I think that's what that says. And this is also an AP. The AP stamp is going to be in the top right there. Let's see if you can actually see that one. I'm not sure, but there is a little AP stamp, and here is the actual pin. I picked this one, not only Chip 'n Dale, but I love holiday themed pins. Doesn't matter the holiday, as long as it's holiday. And a Disneyland pin, I don't have as many opportunities to grab a pin like that, so that is why I wanted that one. So here's my, this was the last day. You could really tell that pins, they were kind of getting scarce. But it's not an AP, but it is a newer Hidden Mickey pin. And I love the skeletons. So I went ahead and grabbed this Hidden Mickey. Now these two, very excited about. It's a Small World. I would grab any It's a Small World I found. And this holiday series I am collecting. And both of these I'm missing from the series. And both are APs. So I was ecstatic about these two. And I have to look over there real quick. Because I have it framed. I'm gonna see how many I'm actually missing. And if I was able to complete the set. I'm not even sure if I was yet. Let's see. The AP on this one is also in the top corner of the pin trading stamp. And it also says, I love that it says It's a Small World on there. So if you look really closely on this side, well, somewhere over here in the top corner, you can see that AP. And the other one has the same thing. Now, this one is not actually a pin that they put up. So here's the dilemma. When you trade your two pins, the people in front of you, their pins go on that board. So you basically kind of have to know your pins to figure out, is this a legit pin that they put up, or is this from the people in front of me? They did refresh the boards every now and then. Of course, they had to. And you always wanted to be one of the first ones to get to the board because the better pins were there. Less chances of you pulling a pin that another guest put up there. I grabbed this one because I really adore Pluto. It's a unique looking pin, although I'm pretty sure they probably got it at a Character Warehouse because there were so many. But my issue was the board had not been refreshed in a while, and I really didn't have a lot of choice, nothing that really stuck up out at me. So I just went ahead and grabbed this one. I'd seen many people put these up on the board. So obviously it is not an AP pin. Mr. Toad. You don't see a lot of Mr. Toad anymore. This one is not an AP, and it is from, that either says 2009 or 2004. I can't really make it out, but it looks like a pin that would have been, I'm not sure, on a lanyard or like a starter kit. But Mr. Mouse Diva adores Mr. Toad, and like I said, you don't see a lot of Mr. Toad, so I had to get Mr. Toad. Alright, next up we have another Chip and Dale, another Disneyland. This is 2006, and it is, I'm going to show you something really unique about this one. It's a limited edition of 1,000. I don't think it's an AP, but the back is real. The back, they went with the theming of the front. Yeah, no AP. On the back. I'm going to show you the back first so you can kind of make a guess at what the front is. I know this is kind of hard, let's see, to cover up my face and get all of the pin. But if you look really closely, what does that look like? It looks like the back of a postcard because the front is like a postcard. See the little greetings from up there? Yeah. I got quite a few Chip and Dale from this event. Let's see. This is cool because I'm like pulling out of the box here. Again, speak of Chip and Dale. So here is Chip. His script says going nuts. He's in a, oh, this is a soda fountain pen. I forgot about that. So soda fountain pen, and I don't see It is a limited edition of 300. So it's a little pen, but I loved him in his little director's chair. Oh, come on. There we go, I think. Is that focusing? Yeah, and then we'll turn it around so that you can actually see that it is a soda fountain pen. And, oh, so this was the very first pen that I grabbed off of a board. One of the advantages of being best in show is that you got your own separate line that got to go in before everybody else. So basically you run to a board and you're one of the first ones at the board. So on the first day, I think I was like number 5 in line, and look at this amazing pen I pulled off the board. As you can see, it is a very large pen. It is, what does that say? The 90th. And you see the little D down underneath the 90th. I'll show it again. Yeah, hard to see there. And let's see. This one is an AP, and it is a limited edition of 1,000. So your AP is basically kind of right above my fingernail. And there's the little D in case you didn't see it before, a little close up. So I was extremely, I don't know anything about this pen. I need to look it up, but I was extremely, extremely happy to get that pen. So next up, the day before these Haunted Mansion pens came out, was the day that I pulled these two off the board, and they are both APs. Now they're gonna kind of look the same, so make sure you look in the middle, because that's where the difference is the house in the middle. So we have this one and this one. So they hit the parks the day after, I believe, that I pulled these off the board. And the fact that they're both AP, really makes me happy. And of course it's Haunted Mansion, so of course I'm ecstatic about that. Ooh, okay. I have 4 that are definitely the best, but I'm gonna save them for last. Real quick, I want to go check on that It's a Small World set to see how many more I need. I actually need 3 more of the It's a Small World. So I can't remember how many more I have in here. I don't think it's more than 1. So I'm curious to see which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was not the cowboy. I am missing the cowboy. All right, this one, thank goodness to the girl in line behind me. Unfortunately, I totally forgot her name, but I did pull this off the special Best of Show board on the second day. It's a limited edition of 800, and it is from a previous pen event that I didn't even know existed. Like maybe 2009 was when this was, I can't remember. But it is the pen event was called, like the one we were at was called Fairy Tales. The year before was Animation Celebration. So each time they have a different theme and name. And this one was the Museum of Penquiquities. Instead of Antiquities. Oh, whatever. You know what I just said. So anyway, here's the logo from that. And I loved it because it looked historical, it looked, you know, an archaeologist. I adore history. Ah, my pen! Like, totally disappeared. Okay. I'm like, where did it fall? I could never be an archaeologist because I don't have the patience to stay in one place and do tedious things like that. But I love their work and what it produces. So I was excited to actually get this pen, and that the limited edition size was so small. And then this one, I finally found a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween pen. Like last year, I got at least 6 maybe of the Halloween party and Christmas party pens. Those I love. So this one is 2013, and This AP is so small that I doubt you guys are going to see it. I'm not even going to turn it around because it would take so long for the camera to focus to actually see the AP, but it is. I love the dangle element down below. All right, and look, another pin went a-flying. Now this one, I was so surprised to see. I actually collect these. You don't see them around that much anymore. A lot of people don't like them. This is dated, oh my goodness, 2011. It is from the Vinylmation series. I don't see an AP. But who cares, because I don't have this one, and I do have a small collection of these. So these puffy Vinylmation ones, I don't like the flat ones. I won't say I don't like them. I just don't collect the flat ones. I like these puffy ones because they're so unique. So this is the Disney Cruise Line one. And I keep pulling out like these little bags because that's what I had them in. First up, okay, I think this is also a newer pen. It says 10 Telling Tea Leaves. Now this one you would definitely be able to tell it's an AP because the back is actually black, unlike so many other pens. It is The Nightmare Before Christmas, and as you can see, the AP is very clearly stamped there. And there we go. And I actually have another one that I pulled off from that set. I just haven't got to it yet. So this year they had a lot of Hong Kong, Disneyland, and Shanghai pens. I really had a lot. Like those were the ones that were like really duplicates on the board. So obviously none of them are APs. This is 2017, but it is an adorable pen. All the international pens are so whimsical and like glittery. So I like Minnie's vinyl element there, that 3D element and all the glitter. And then I also grabbed a new Toy Story 4 pen, mainly just because there really wasn't a lot that jumped out at me and I was losing time. I think I got down to like 5 seconds and just didn't have a choice. So I got that one. That happened quite a few times. Last year I never had that issue. It was always, I'm trying to decide between a handful because I can only have 2. And this time, there were quite a few times that I was trying to pick 2 and was running out of time. Now, this one was a no-brainer. It is a 2007 pen. Even though it is not an AP, it's Steamboat Willie. You guys know how I feel about Steamboat Willie. And here is another one of those Hong Kong Disneyland pens. 2015 maybe? That one's a little bit harder to see. They had so many of these pens. And it just, I don't even think I have any Duffy pens. So I went ahead and got that one. And this one was more about Mr. Mouse Diva. It is 2018 limited release, no hidden Mickey or anything, so probably somebody else had put that on the board, but it has the monorail, and he loves Disney transportation, especially the monorail and the ferry boats, so I kind of grabbed that one for him. Another Hong Kong pen and dangle element and lots of glitter. All right, here is another one of those Nightmare Before Christmas APs. As you can see, it's no rhyme or reason where they actually place the AP. You can see that is a different location. And this is the spider. There we go. Oh, okay. So not that I am a collector of this character. It is an AP. It is the 25th anniversary of Lion King, which I'm going to be honest, I've never seen the movie. I've seen bits and pieces throughout life. But because it's, to me, a very sad movie, I'm not going to watch it. I was traumatized by Bambi and Dumbo when I was a child, and at that point I pretty much swore off all the really, really sad ones, especially when it does with animals. Is this not... This is almost morbid. Not really morbid, but I can see in movies, TV, or whatever, I can see people get injured and killed, but when it comes to animals, even animation, it tears me up way too much. I can't handle it. So anyway, Lion King, AP. I just thought it was a really cool standout pin. There is a little, it's kind of a slider element there. So there's Scar. And again, I don't even know that I have any Lion King pins whatsoever. But this one just, you know, the anniversary pin, it just kind of stuck out at me. Oh, so I think this was the other pin that I pulled off the very first board with the key. Super excited about this one because two of my collections in one pin. It's a Small World holiday pin, which actually I think is a little broken. Like the weight, it just won't stay. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of other characters. I don't remember everybody. I think I can see Stitch, Mexican Donald, Jasmine and Aladdin maybe. Ariel might be on there, Alice. And there's somebody else and I really can't make them out. But it's a Small World. Totally excited. Okay, I swear, you know what? Maybe I didn't get it. It's a Small World. Oh, it's because one I already have, I saw on the board and was like, no, I grabbed that one already. So I am missing 3. Okay, 3 more pins other than the awesome pins that I'm saving for last. This is also not an AP pin. It is just a little hidden Mickey pin, but it's of the girls in the Country Bear Jamboree, and I don't know that I've ever seen them on a pin. They might exist, I just haven't seen one. If you know of one, comment below and describe it to me. So yeah, I had to get something like this. I would not have picked if they would have had other things that stuck out more. Now, many of you are going to ooh and goo over this pin. It's not necessarily the character. It's not really why I grabbed it, although it looks awesome. This is an AP. I cannot see the year. Maybe 2014. But I love the dragon, Maleficent, whatever, in the Fantasy Parade. It looks so steampunk. I love steampunk. So I had to grab this pin. I don't know anything about it. I don't know where it showed up, where it came from, if it's just a rack pin. No idea. So if you know, comment below. I hope that's coming out clear, because here's the issue, guys. I can't see. It's always blurry to me, so I hope I'm giving it enough time to focus. Oh, one more. So this is also, let's see, is this the AP? This is a Park Pack pen. So the first one of those I grabbed, there were more out there. Limited edition of 750, and it is the Hitchhiking Ghost. I love this pen. Oh, I only got like the first 2 Park Packs, like when they first started years ago. They had stopped for a while, brought it back. And actually, I have no idea where I kept them in their boxes, but they're actually packed away somewhere. I got to pull them out to see what they actually were. I feel like this is just not focusing. So I didn't even know this collection existed. And I ended up getting 4 of the collections. I think there's, because that same girl that had told me about the other pin event pin saw these pins when I showed her and said that they actually were a set, and there was an Ursula, and I can't remember the rest. So I'm going to kind of go smallest to largest. Limited edition of 300. And so Disney Hollywood Studio Store. And we have Bambi and Flower with a paintbrush. And it got my attention because of the paintbrush, because I'm a hobbyist artist. I have sold artwork and I've done art shows before. It's just, I haven't lately. Basically, once I got into YouTube, I kind of had to put that in the back burner. And then we have Dopey and Grumpy. You know, Dopey and Grumpy are always like the pair. They always pair them two together. And Timothy, I really like this one, the gold and the paintbrush. And are they all 300, right? Yeah, all of them are a limited edition 300. I'll give you a quick look at the back. And even though I don't collect this character, and I only have one other pin with him on it, and I got that at last year's pin event. Again, something about the pin actually stuck out. But this one reminds me so much of Robin Williams. Like, I can actually see Robin Williams' personality in the genie in this pin. And it is absolutely huge. Like, comparing it to even the others, I know you're not going to really be able to tell, it's focused on my face, but size-wise, you can tell it's huge. I love what he's wearing, the fact that he has a paintbrush. I adore this pin. So those four are definitely one of my favorites. I got so many that I totally love, and some that are just, I like, I like. I know you haven't seen any other vlogs on the pin event yet. They are not uploaded. I haven't even done my haul from that trip. I will probably film that tomorrow, but I did want to go ahead and get these pins up. And matter of fact, you haven't even seen the pins I came home with, like that I actually put on my RSP, my random selection process list. So you don't even know what pins I came home with. Another vlog, another day. I'm just gonna go ahead and get these up so I can go ahead and get all these pins situated. Anyway, so if you wanna see all those vlogs along with all the mystery box swaps that I'm doing, you've seen me do, I've done it last Christmas, I've done an Easter one. So now there will be a fall one that will be uploaded on September 5th. I have a Halloween one that will be uploaded in October. In November is a game box swap, a Disney game box swap. And then December, I'm in another Christmas box swap. So, the next 4 months coming up, if you like those mystery swap boxes between other YouTubers, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you know when I upload, and I will see you at the parks.
Yeah. I've been all around the world.
History.
Every city